Hello and welcome to the video. Well, I'm back from a week's holiday in Croatia, all refreshed and ready for action. So let's see what we've got to play with today. Right, well, we've got the skid steer in with the grab on the front and a little repair job to do. I've got a bit of metal fatigue going on here, so as a result of it, it's twisted. You probably can't see on there, but I think we're going to have to dismantle it really and start again. And while she's in, she's had a brand new set of wheels and tyres on, so she's looking sexy. And I think we'll give it a service while she's in here. Oil change, get some new filters. It's going to be quite busy this winter. We're going to need it a lot, so she's due a bit of TLC. Right, let's get it apart and see where we'll go from there. So that's it dismantled. 101 uses for a car lift here. They do come in handy. And I've got a strap on there to pull it back straight. I've ground it off, ground the old welds off here. And most of it, there's some on the inside there, but I managed to pull it back straight. So we'll just get on and weld it up now. Just get a couple of good tacks on for now, I think, and then flip it over and weld it up properly. Alright, let's try that, see what happens when I slacken it off. Oh. Bit of pressure on there, that still looks square. Right, where does that want to go? Marvellous. Right. Yeah, one or two of these tines want welding up as well, they're starting to crack, so we'll give those a bit of a weld round. I'll get that cleaned up now because MIG welding doesn't like welding rust for some reason. Right, I've got it up right now, it's all tacked up. There's a bit of a gap there, like, but I'll put a couple of runs of crochet in there, it should be alright. It might not look the best, but you know, we're dealing with a bit of rusty metal and covered in shit, so that should be clean enough anyway. We'll get something in there. Yeah, that's welded up alright. I'll stick another couple of runs of weld down it just to give it a bit extra strength. There'll be a weak point there where it's already cracked. Right, that's that bit finished. I've done the same on the other side, so that should strengthen it up a bit. I'm just going to flip it over now and do the top. Right, that's cleaned up nicely. Now just remember, fellas, no matter what the wife tells you, you can't have too many angle grinders. It's just impossible. Right, so that's the grab finished. While we're on, we've got one or two other little jobs that we're on with. And we've got the cab up. Of course, Alan wants to pimp it. It doesn't like the seat that was in, so we've got a leather heated seat out of an Audi. So we're going to try and make that fit. We just need to figure out which one of these wires does the heated seat. One of them will be the airbag and one of them will be the seat belt. So, I don't know, might go for that one, see what happens. If it goes wrong, we'll just have a big bang and the airbag will go off. There she is with a new seat in. There's a bit of work bolting it down like, but at least it'll keep Alan's arse warm. Now all we've got to do is give her some love and a service. The filters aren't bad to get to. The oil and fuel there, hydraulic filter, air filter, so it should be all fairly straightforward. We did try Alan's newfangled way of cleaning the air filter out, but we've opted for a new one instead, just to be on the safe side. Fucking hell. Just loosened the muck anyway.
That's what I mean.
So that's all the filters changed. Just need to put some oil in now and then we're good to go. I did film it, but due to a technical error on my part, I had no sound. Never mind. I'll learn one of these days. Right, we'll fire it up and then we'll check the oil once it's had time to fill the oil filter up. Right, that should do. Right, well that should keep her happy through the winter. I've got a little problem with the feeder bedder, so we'll see if we can sort that out. Right, so this is our feeder bedder. Right, the problem we've got is with this chute. Now, it's facing out of this side at the moment, but it turns through about 270 degrees and turns right round and comes out so you can blow it out of the other side. And it's driven by this hydraulic motor. And I'm guessing there's a cog in there with some teeth and a corresponding one on the chute. I think we might have a few teeth missing or something, because it won't move from there. And once you get it started, if you turn it a little bit, it will move. But once it comes back to this point, it stops for some reason. So I think we'll have to might start by dropping that motor off and establish if we've got any teeth missing. That motor doesn't want to just drop off, so I think we're going to have to delve a bit deeper and take this top ring off. It comes apart there, it splits apart there. Take that top ring off, take the whole chute off. Well, that wasn't too difficult to get off. Basically there's a row of bolts that go around the top, and then this piece comes off in two halves, like that. And there we can see the problem. See those teeth are missing off there. So that's why it won't set off. Once it gets onto the good teeth, it's away. But you can see by the burnt paint and the shitty welding there, it's had a new ring on at some point. So I think we'll lift this chute down and see if we can get hold of a new ring. You can see there how badly damaged the teeth are. They should look something a bit more like that. I suppose I could, in theory, turn that ring over, because we only use this section from, you can see on the wear on the teeth, it's only been used from there around to about here. So it's only, we're only using maybe a third of it. So that's cleaned up, ready to weld a new ring on. I've ground all the old welds off, all that crow shit. Well, that's cleaned up nicely. I've ground all the crow shit weld off, and I've decided I'm just going to turn that ring round and put it back on. It can only travel 270 degrees. So as long as I've got that warm bit facing with the same direction as the chute faces, then it can't possibly get into that bit. So I think it'll weld back on nicely. Well, if I can get it welded right round like that, I think that'll do. I mean, it doesn't need welding right round to hold it on, but If I don't, you'll have a gap like that, and all the dust and shit will just come out of that gap. So yeah, I'll weld it right round, I think. Well, I'm happy with that. It should go back on okay. Let me try and find a bit of paint. I'll slap on there. Just tidy it up a bit. Keep the rust out. That gear should be covered in grease anyway when it's all together. So basically, I've stripped it down, took this ring gear off, turned it round and welded it back on. But I haven't tried it yet to see if it actually works. So I'm going to plumb it into the tractor now and give it a go and see if it was successful. Right, here goes. Well, it's working. I think I need some more grease in it. Right on that side. Yeah, I'll grease it up. And I think we'll make that do. Seems to work alright anyway. Famous last words. Right, well that's it for this video. I'll come inside for a brew. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and I'll see you in part 2 where we'll do a few more jobs on the feeder bedder.